Hello, welcome to Grace. This week we're going to be focusing on grace and we're going to be learning how to imitate God's grace and forgiveness during a conflict situation. There's going to be a lot of amazing things you're going to be learning, and you'll be watching a video on God's approach to conflict transformation, which I call the gospel of grace. I think you're going to learn a lot from just seeing how God approaches conflict. You're going to see how God prepares beforehand for conflict and how God takes the initiative to be able to approach conflict when we sinned against God. And then we're going to see how God provides provision for the conflict transformation, including giving up his son to be able to die so that the conflict can be resolved, and how God then takes those that used to be enemies with him and he makes them not only friends, he makes them sons and co-heirs with Christ, and transforms a relationship that was bad to a relationship that is great, that we are going to be able to live and enjoy with him forever. So you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn God's approach to conflict transformation again, and you're also going to learn how to surrender your rights versus how asserting them. You're going to learn how to overlook one's offendedness, how to love your neighbor, how to love your enemies. And that's very, very crucial, because many times when we get into a conflict with people, we tend to see them as enemies. But we're going to learn how the scriptures teach us to be able to love our enemies. And even if these people are enemies, how God says the solution is love. And we're going to learn how to overcome evil with good. And something really crucial that many people never think about when they think about conflict transformation is non-violent resistance. Okay, you're going to learn about non-violent resistance this week, and you're going to learn about that as an important tool in the toolbox of anyone who wants to engage in conflict transformation, especially when it is at a societal level. Okay? You're going to see that conflict transformation requires tools like nonviolent resistance in its toolbox, because conflict transformation is very, very, very bent on addressing the root causes of conflict. And at a societal level, many of the root causes are injustices that go back generations, that are part of the fabric of society. You're going to learn from people this week like Martin Luther King Jr., and you'll read his letter from a Birmingham jail, and you'll see how people like him used nonviolent resistance to be able to approach and transform a society and transform a conflict while pushing to restore rights to those that were disenfranchised over generations, then creating the conflict. You're going to learn this because many times when you're in a conflict, there's such a power differential between two people that are in a conflict that just trying to negotiate and find a win-win solution is very, very difficult. Many times people have to stand up and do nonviolent resistance to be able to push those on the other side to be able to get to a point where they are willing to address issues of injustice and create a more balanced and fair situation for negotiation. Again, I'm excited to have you in the course. If you have any questions, I will be excited to answer them. You guys are doing well. I'm excited to be working with you. Again, don't hesitate to send any questions. I look forward to working with you through this course.